Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I te- Oh my. Okay, you guys can hear me now. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay, you guys can hear me now. Yeah, alright. Oh my God. I wasn't recording for the. I'm an idiot. Hey, I will say it here and now. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dumb man. Oh my. I wasn't okay, you guys couldn't hear me for the past for the past 11 minutes. And I was reading. Okay, my bad, guys. You're gonna have to read what happened before. I'm sorry. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see? You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, safe from my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched out. They've been stretched beyond a breaking point. Isao? I reach up to try and massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Isao? Isao. My whole body freezes, save for my tears, which shoot open in terror. So this is supposed to be just heart pounding. Isao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Oh my God, what happened? The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the are the sounds of Iwanako. Oh, I kept saying Iwako. Iwanako screaming for help and it assistant, incessant clatter of the branches above. I'm not gonna be able to do this. Yo, what the frick happened to this guy? Oh, okay, so that was just an intro. What happened to him though? No way, this guy passed out from a girl asking him out, right? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I really want to learn how to do smooth animation. Like, whenever I try to do it, it's so choppy. Well, no, it's not choppy, but it's smooth. However, the lines, oh man, I suck at the lines. Mike Eno? I feel like I've heard that name before. Delta Circle. Yo, shout out to these people, man. Like, nobody's watching this stream. Oh my. Oh, you can show comments on stage? Never mind. That's for, yeah. It's been 4 months since my last heart attack. Almost got a heart attack. And that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is pretty a long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. 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 A strange word. A foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle I was able to go on for so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it would supposed to be. It's supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had two hemorrhoids apiece. I had already had a full day by them to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for our cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at this hospital to recuperate from treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room and ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only person I've gotten so many cards and flowers was because this. Sending me their sympathy had turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even at the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. But for 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had talk too much. We never had much to talk about when she visited, anyways. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. But doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I think he's getting interviewed by someone. I don't know why he's being interviewed. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. My apologies. Just let me check my phone for something. Okay. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. Ugh, my voice. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Also, yeah, I just woke up recording this. Probably should have mentioned that, which I did, but I was, you couldn't hear me, which is entirely my fault. My bad. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital. I thought it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. Is there a way for me to add a profile? Hey, I can edit my avatar. Okay, now's not the time to be doing this. I can do that another time. I found that I like reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands, but I love the stories. That that's what my life was like. Wow, very cool in the hospital. Days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, different, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass, and I was trapped inside instead of moving with it. I'm sorry, is this a romance anime? Is this a romance? Is this a romance simulator? Is this a dating sim? It said it was a dating sim, but all I'm hearing is like straight up sadness. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was, but other times all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness. There was a barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen both of them. Are both of them are even sort of dressed up? Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. Oh, hello. I Hato handles. Yeah. Bracket, square or rectangle? My bad. I didn't realize you. I have two monitors, so I have the one with the game and one with the chat. And as of right now, I'm not great at seeing the chat. And as of right now, I think I'm back down to 0 viewers. Oh, it's a bracket for me, but it's a heart for you. Yeah, it shows up as a bracket. No, it shows up as a rectangle for me. What's up with this? You guys see this? I don't know what's up with that. Oh, yeah, it does show up as a heart for you guys. Hold on. It doesn't show up as a heart for me. I might have to actually open I have to open up my stream on my channel now. Thanks for the heart. Okay, that sounds. Oh, mute. There we go. So now I'm watching on my. Now I'm actually watching this stream, and I can see your guys' chats. Thanks for the heart. Yeah. Again, my bad for not noticing it earlier. I don't know when you sent that. There is this ritual. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of my bed next to mine. He looks at me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hiso. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Ugh, I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now. With some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescriptions. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. So many. I take it from his hands and take a look at myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurdly long list of medications stared back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of this. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life. Every day. I'm afraid this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it at least fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence boost is that? I've only felt better if he didn't say anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents and we believe that it'd be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Isawa. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it is wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about the transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from the highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on that campus. Think of the boarding school as sorts. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping health nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, it's a deal. That's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. This is crazy. This is crazy. I already know it's about to be crazy. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your conditions usually was that my father talking? Oh, think of it as a body school, so it's yada yada yada. Yeah, okay, that was the doctor, not my dad. I'm an idiot. Wait, okay, I'm an idiot. I really don't know. Compared to the heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to start your education. No, to continue your education. Ugh. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school. And, well, it's not the same one. A special school, that's an insult. That's what I have. That's what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared it's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father is right, and many of the graduates at that school have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by this disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was assigned for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame the lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school another way, but no, I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. It really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It wouldn't be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that, at the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Sweet. Oh. Okay, so this is us with a heart condition. Life expectancy. Wow. Okay, so that was good. That was pretty cool. And I just got an achievement. Okay, so since we're finished with the act one, I'm not gonna end the stream here. I'm actually gonna do something real quick. I am a champion, my friend. Hello everyone. The gate looks too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red blick. Oh my god, did I just say blicks? Like blickies? Oh, okay, no. Red bricks, black swan, black route, black wild iron, and gray plaster, assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like a gate for a school. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through the brick pace. with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Ooh, look at the campus. What is going on right here? What is this? What is happening here? So I walked towards the main building of the Yamaku Academy with a brisk pace. I alone, I alone, and as my as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and a smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafing canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought. I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish it makes me wish there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again. Now they say that operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So how am I feeling so anxious despite all the greenery? This greenery. Only after I stand in front of this haughty building, the haughty. Oh my god, I can't read. I don't know what that says. The haughty main building. I surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous at this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Oh my god. Why is it? Oh, look at it. It's got like a checkered board right there. This is pretty cool. A tall man with a bad posture noticed me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You remind me of someone. I don't know who. You must be not Nikki? Nike. Not Naka. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither formal nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked for you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, an afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel very nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why? Why? Do I have to? Of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. Wait. Oh, I should have just done it. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked by the classroom for class 3-3. Utah opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing at the spot. I can't grip. This is a big step. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point of worrying so much about it. There's no point of worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Oh yeah, see? There's not even that many people. She looks cursed. She looks like she has a very, very spreadable disease. Somebody get her out of here. I'm sorry, it's just the first thing I noticed. She's scary. She scares me. This guy reminds me of an anime girl. She looks wild. The wolf haircut. She looks fine. He looks. Oh, he's missing a leg. Oh wait, no, that's the. Oh my god, that's a chair. He looks blind because he's got a walking cane. His eyes are closed. He looks like he gets hurt easily. She looks like she gets distracted easily. Also, is she wearing anything, bro? Like she does not look like she's wearing it. Okay, whatever. You know, screw that. She looks normal. She's probably the most normal here. Okay, everyone else, they all have some sort of disease. I already know. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet their curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is usually high. It's unusually high. There's lots of space left over around and in between the desk. An entire wall taken from the blackboard. Oh, so I'm guessing I'd sit over here in this corner. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned windows only makes it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks on a shelf, with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in other schools. They are. Look at this one, bro. She looks like a chinibyo. Someone's coming down here. No, dude. Hold on. Oh, shucks. Um, okay. My apologies. Let me just. Here we go. Okay. Uh, they're probably like me and have something wrong. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's more. Great, there's more. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seemed to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Who? Who's missing a thumb? Oh my god! I'm sorry, why is this guy sleeping in class? Oh, she's missing her right arm. Oh, wait, no, it's just behind. Okay. I don't. Okay. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking to you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he's introducing me to the class. I'm guessing this is where we sit. This energetic girl. She's a very energetic girl, I'm guessing. And then people just don't, oh, whatever. She looks dead inside. I'm not gonna lie, she does look dead inside. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that's pretty eye-catching. Huh. What? Hold on. Um, my apologies, guys. Let me just. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Let's move on. There's this one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. Seems weird seeing someone so young. Oh, so young with a cane. I don't know. I didn't know I can use the scroll wheel. Okay, let's observe here. She looks dead inside. She has a prosthetic leg. This guy, I don't know. He looks like an otaku, but that isn't a disability. She looks like a girl who's way too energetic. I don't know. Might be a disability. Oh, she very energetic, but has probably want to like get cancer or something, and that's a wig. She looks perfectly normal. I don't know what's wrong with her. Um, Too nerdy, I guess. I don't know. That's not a disability. She looks like she has ADHD. That's why she's looking out. She's what? This girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me through the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. So her? Oh, maybe she's mute. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. Yeah, okay. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her at the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. Wait, how did this guy sound? Wait, hold on. Wait, how did this guy sound like? That's how he sounds like. Sorry, I had to my apologies. Please welcome our newest classmate. So I think that's just what I did. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. So yeah, I think she only has one arm, or one hand, I guess. After the applause, there is a brief silence, and nobody seems to want to be. Oh, her legs! Oh, that's why. That's what. Oh, I didn't realize this. I didn't realize her legs. How did I not realize that? I'm such a freaking idiot. Oh my god. Okay, it looks like she has one prosthetic leg. Either that or this is a fake. But she looks like she actually has prosthetic legs. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some intangible noises, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Not even her? Oh, she's probably. What is she doing? Maybe I should have said yes to the self introduction thing. Probably realizing, okay, that he doesn't know anything about me. He just ends up saying my name wrong again, and he asks me to write it down on the blackboard. I do that and turn back to the class feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about going along with letting me gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with one of her hands. Ugh. The first row girl claps on this round with one of her hands against her other wrist that ends up in a bandaged stump. Who who here has the okay? It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to do some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's a class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? Teacher passes out. Oh my god. Oh, passes out the day's assignment and announces that we will be working in groups of three. I literally thought he passed out. Oh, I paused my stream on accident. That okay. All right, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh wait, no, this is me. Wait, right? Wait, wait. No, Muto is my. Wait, Muto is my. Yeah, Muto is not my name. I don't know why I thought it was. I don't know why I thought Muto was my name. Okay, so yeah, this is the class rep. He calls out her name. The cute, bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you.
Ha ha ha.
What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. And this is Hakamichi. She-chan. This is Hakamichi. She-chan.
Oh, you're Hakamichi. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she's acknowledged my presence, but only barely. She has short yet careful, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds of analytics, little analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people," and "Who better to explain things to you?"
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand.
Ugh. I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Yeah, nobody's watching me play a dating sim in the big 2025.
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth to her for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're a new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up for there.
Ugh, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right? Okay, so she definitely has something wrong with her. She keeps saying right, right. Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues.
We don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe I should introduce myself after all. Anything would have been better. Would have been anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's drowning fumbling with my name.
We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. Right, Hichan, right? Hichan?
Hichan.
Yep, it fits, doesn't it? When I say it out loud, it's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname.
Oh, wow. That's me saying it. Did I say that out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits! You look just like I imagined.
I don't know what's going on there.
Ha ha ha! Yeah, you look just like a Hichan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Oh wait, that's my wait. Is she calling me a Hichan? Hikchan, a Hikchan. That's what she's saying, not a Hichan. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. Wait, no, it's Hakamichi. Oh, what? They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Sorry about that. Shichan.
Oh, Shi-chan. Okay, so Shi-chan and He-chan is me. Hik-chan, Shik-chan.
Shichan wants to know that she's the class rep. Wants you to know that she's the class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her.
So she's deaf. Yeah, either she's deaf or she's mute. I don't know. She's most likely deaf if she can't understand me and only uses sign language.
Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that'd be pretty helpful. Yeah, just came. I just came straight to class today. Arr.
Ah! That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just for schools either. Anyway, always. Even if it's a trip to a convenience store, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shichan? Really? Really, Shichan? Ah! Okay, I gotta shut up. What about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it, half-assedly. Half-assedly. But anyway, I don't say anything. And we should stay and sign something off with a shrug. With a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling. That shrug hit me unexpectedly deep. You look down. Are you okay? Oh. I guess I'm just doing these weird voices for her every time. Just based on whatever she's doing, I'm just gonna do it. That'd be funny. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal. As much as needed help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. All right. Mhm. Okay. I gotta stop it. Oh my god. I gotta stop this. I gotta stop this. Ah, and another thing, you don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Ah! Okay, so maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune should be more appropriate. My God, I gotta stop with these. Yep, Shizune is fine. Okay, that'd be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So I'd feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Mm. Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even mentioned the assignment. You should start work now, or Shichan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if you want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Uh-huh. She glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. Hmm. After class, we can take a walk around the school grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through. Combining aspects would be both difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signalizing the end of the period. Time for lunch. I don't know why school needs this thing, but whatever. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. I'm trying to listen in on the conversations. It's a big window open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's big windows open to the courtyard. It's the cafeteria. Ugh. Her emphatic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back in the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patient. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to the table, sitting opposite of her.
As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points at Shizune. I don't understand sign. So the point escapes me. Maybe looking at maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite.
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything? With your guides, we're your guides, so you can ask if there's something.
Hmm. I wonder Shizune's deafness. Okay, okay. Yeah, Shizune intrigues me, and I want to ask her something. I want to ask something about her. I can't really ask about something personal, can I? Huh. I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I guess I'll just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Wow. Misha and Shizune sound back and forth very animately, throwing. Okay, so hold on. Uh, text history. Can I? Oh, I can't. Okay. Let me just save this real quick. There we go. We got my first save. Return. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly noticed the conversation inside is not enough to fill a silence. Wow. Okay, I should have asked about the library. We arrived in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Yeah, you see, the girl with the disease. Oh my, she's missing an eye. Either that or it's getting blocked off by this hairpiece. A dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with an elegance of a rhino. She sinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how it's done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning, counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the bell finally rings. The final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Besides me, Misha, and Tijane are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me.
Hmm. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Ikshot. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. Hmm. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside.
We join the flow students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out the senior classroom in the hallway as ours. In the same hallway as ours. Ugh. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building.
Hmm. This is the auxiliary building here. There are a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool.
How is that official?
Huh? Don't be silly, John. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. This looks like a hidden chamber. Oh my god. This looks like this looks like a chamber, man. Okay, I gotta blow my nose good. Okay, so the thing is, I can't really see how many people are watching. Music stopped. I'm walking, hoping that this really will be a quick visit, like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knocks almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. Let me guess. It's gonna be just some very huge sexualized nurse. Sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man turns around and is off his chair to face me as I enter. Oh, it's a guy. Okay, we should be. Okay. My bad. Nothing. Never mind. Actually, you forget what I said. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. And there are at least a dozen coffee cups rings lingering on the desk. Hello there, man. Hello there. What can I do for you today? Hello there. Hello there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in this voice. He is young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Um, are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Well, yes, I am. It says so on the door now. You can call me by my name, or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I could probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm the new student. I'm a new student. My memory teacher told me to come meet you. Meet you. My name's Hisan Nakai. Ah. Ah. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in the vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. This joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people out of school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he's searching for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epidemic of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminated flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous education posters that are hanging on the four walls reminded me to eat properly three times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have the medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? I'm sorry. Why is my nose so stuffed today? What's going on? What's up with my allergies? He grins to his own jokes, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. All right, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you to refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh, my lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack isn't a good idea. Was the previous one caused by some sudden concussion for the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly, brisk walks, or even light jogging, jump rope. jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe. There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Wax his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this thousands of times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Take care of yourself. Okay? He goes over my papers one more time and he sets them in the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it, man. Come meet me here if you ever need something. I ushered out before I realized it. Ugh, a quick visit, indeed. I ended up standing in front of the main building in the auxiliary building. Ugh. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people come out of the school going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going, and I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, standing a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside yeah, at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red bricks. Like the others, it feels too pompous for what it was, for what it is. So I push forward, going inside. Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, there's two people watching me. Hello, or at least that's what it says. I know I'm one of them, but I don't know who the other one is. Uh, Also, I will be taking little breaks to go blow my nose because I have a very stuffy nose today. So, which is exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Greetings, I'm back. Okay, so um, it takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for elevators at the end of the hallway. I poke my head around the corner of a common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Ugh, my eyes itchy now. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as four rooms. About halfway down the room, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just two of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought the door has had. Ugh. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No. At least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses, if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my. His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out with a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? Name's Kenji. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people, too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out of place proverbs is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I could ever trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about it for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you like? I hope it's not smart. Mm. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, doesn't matter. With that, he turns fumbling around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. So even with his very thick eyeglasses, that guy is still blind. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Impersonal, like my hospital was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. It also seems like there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned on off a note is pinned to a sleeve of one of my shirts. Hi, Hichan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have, then there'd be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on my bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I had nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming and for the entire day too. I still am. I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, I won't be this unnatural under all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yep, yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catches my eye. I have to pick, I have to pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Isao 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted. Having your life depend on chemicals like this, I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Ugh, a lot of talking. It doesn't start looking any more familiar. Not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my rooms like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and vest-like. Against that chill, it's against that chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling. That is the seal. What looks like the ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. Oh, as the ceiling looks like. Every ceiling. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity, unfamiliarity. Wow. and fear creeping up my spine once again. I'm in high school, by the way. Yeah, okay. If you guys hear screaming in my background, it's my little brother playing on the VR. Yeah, loud. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity. And unfamiliar. Oh wait, we already read that. I kept drifting. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew, and we fall asleep. Oh, what's going on? Katawa Shoujo. Oh, that's it. That's it. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtain closed last night. I. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stared at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I opened a bottle. What did I see? Saw it. Shake out a pill and pop out a tablet from the foil sheet. I downed them with a canister of water without thinking of about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from underneath the sheet and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school, except for the people. I think back to the talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around at their classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decided to decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go blow my nose before we talk to Shizune. Oh shoot. Dad's awake. That's kind of rare, especially this early. Okay, hmm. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly at Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfectly and evenly flat. Oh, so she's a perfectionist. Mhm. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm sorry. Well, you're staring directly at me.
Sorry, Sichan. Is there something you wanted from me? From me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, teacher.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraging to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school attends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in a busy time. And at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes.
I don't know. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so.
She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of the oddly grandiose flourish. Ugh. Grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Hmm.
Huh? Oh, who cares?
Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see hands turning. I could see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud.
Hmm. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideas and beliefs behind the festival will inevitably change with the time. With time.
Mm.
Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. Ha 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 ha.
The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against the other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without a care. Uh, ah,
We're in the middle of class and we should start working. That's right, Shichan. What? That's right. Hey, John, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
oh, I just realized your face. It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Susan and I look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long, dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. Doesn't seem like she was working in any group. No one else seemed to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
Hey, John, is there something wrong?
Do I look uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me uh, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing.
Mm, okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
Some books. Not really.
Do you want to have lunch together then?
Sure. Yay! Uh,
Yeah! Oh my! Yay! Wow! Okay, John, perfect.
perfect. Rest of class passes eventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Hmm,
Yes, it is, John.
impossible.
Really?
Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune could understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing. What's going on? Uh, hold on, wait. Okay, we've been streaming for an hour and 25 minutes. Probably once we reach 2 hours, I'm probably gonna stop. Probably. Moving on. Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only, though. Misha, then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing, and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me. That is not very competitive now, is it? As if surprised that I'm challenging her. As if what? I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. I don't know.
Are you sure, Hichan?
Very sure.
Hi, you're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them.
Shizune pushes her glasses up to the bridge of her nose in a very matter of fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them.
Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria?
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain. Well, I guess. To my own school, I'd like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't finish it until. But I didn't find it until the near my until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there is a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classrooms or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
So, Hichan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Right?
Right.
Right, Hichan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech.
Hichan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. Oh, I can start a Q&A. Yo, okay, there's some pretty cool stuff I can do. My bad. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There's a book club, right, Hichan? Right, right, but it seems like they already have all the members they could possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a very popular club.
Yay!
Okay, but more to the point, Hichan, does this mean that you don't have anything else, or anything already in mind?
Not really.
Good, great, that's great, Hichan, really great.
Why is it so great?
No reason,
Ugh, wow.
no reason. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there's one other thing. Student council.
I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. That was very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, but Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha's laughing. I'm sorry. I can. My eyes are all down here, not for the skirt purposes, for the text purposes. I can't really look up at their face. All right, so I won't notice unless I stop reading. But yeah, she does look embarrassed. Get my mic out of my mouth. She does look kind of embarrassed. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in the matter of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Hmm. Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They can use more people. Yes, definitely. You definitely join. You should definitely join.
Why?
Well, for one, we can hang out all day, every day. We can hang out every day. Hichan and I are both in student council. Actually, Shichan is the president.
Hmm. I'm starting to get the suspicion that she's an Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Uh-huh. Ha ha ha, of course. We're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to. So you're admitting that. No, we admit nothing. I mean, I each one, of course. It would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in working in school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is actually really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well, so it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hichan. What? No, no. Oh, see, Hichan, of course you wouldn't go so easily. No, that's right. That's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Hichan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. I don't know. That's interesting. John, let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Oh, why not? Because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Ha 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 ha. Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up, and I'll be at the clear disadvantage. So I will have to decline. Hmm. Hichan, very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And that we pull something so this, you rest, that makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell when Shizune's influence ends and Bisha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting Edgar's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yep, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts. The other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people. Right, Hichan? Hichan? Did you believe that? My bad. Did not say right, Hichan. It's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from slightly older boys. Anyway, it probably not probably going. I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Chuck? She's in front of Misha, told me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me to join the student council, but I'm a little curious about what student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it would interest me. I also kind of like the Shizune Misha. So maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I'm gonna go blow my nose again. I want someone in this chat to just absolutely grip my thighs and tell me how plump they are.
Okay, Hichan. How about Risk, the game of world domination?
I don't know what that is.
It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school. Hmm. Really, Shichan? We can play just for fun. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay, great, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game. Wahahahaha.
Arguments to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, but just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Jeez. During afternoon class, that long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. God, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my background. I I really apologize if you can. Okay, I told my parents I was gonna be streaming, so if you hear any noises in there, that's my bad. Moving on. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the blah 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 blah, by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it nevertheless. I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they are on their guard. That's with the escort. This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell.
Wahahaha. What's wrong, Hichan?
Alright,
That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know. He said, this all seems a little sinister to me. I started thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they tie me down and I started thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning two corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me? Seems a little silly.
Hmm. That's not true, Hichan. Shichan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
Life is threatened? Threatened. Her expression unchanging. Misha signs something amusingly to Shizune, who makes her baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Mrs. Fade deafens and hums cheerfully. Stop that! I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it's quite large, maybe even a little larger than the classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs and a smaller desk promptly placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked on one side as well, extras, perhaps. Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could have at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room other doesn't have is other people. Are we early?
Hmm. No, no, no.
What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Uh, yeah, that's right.
Before I manage to ask why that's the case, she's an ace, claps her hands together very energetically.
Hey, John, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Haha, okay. Don't you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up.
While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of her filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. So I'm guessing this board game will actually be playable, and if we beat them, we don't have to join. It'll give us the option to join or not. I'm probably gonna join. It seems like those two girls are the only ones in student council, and I think it'd be pretty fun. Besides, they're like one of the only two people that we actually like communicate very well with. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. No, it won't. It's not playable. Halfway into the game, it would be really cool if it was like a playable game, but no. I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts. She breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
Hey-chan, Shik-chan wants to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Shik-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council.
I thought this was a game, no strings attached. With no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. Anyway, no. Whatever. I'm not gonna say anything for Shik-chan anymore.
Shik-chan admires your fighting spirit and will be benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. Ah ha 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 ha.
You're so competitive, Shizune. She's gonna take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Magnanimous. Wow.
Magnanimous.
She doesn't even know what that word means or how it's signed. So she pulls out a piece of paper and tries to write it for Shizune, who in turn signs it back to Mishima. To Misha. Wow. Misha presses her index finger against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Oh, I said it, stop. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunting by the pace of her heated signing. Quick, make a move, bro. Make a move. Take a country or whatever. We're playing Risk, remember?
Wait, please slow down. She just says you're going to lose.
Tell her I would crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
Those eyes of hers shine like childlike mischief. With no! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back to my stream. Wow. Okay. Very cool face.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
She has a point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. Yeah, it is a trap. It's like she's trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I probably have a good defense set up, and I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless. A few teams later, I lose the game anyway. God damn. Oh, I should have saved. I'm not gonna lie. I should have saved it. Whatever, I lost. She's gonna adjust her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration.
Wahaha, you lost when you allowed me to take North America.
I mean,
Chichan, not me.
ugh.
Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5 army bonus and you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you had more guts. How disappointing. Ambitious, Chichan, your play needs to be more daring. Ambition.
I was really excited when you took South.
I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Ichan. You didn't take enough risk, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Ichan.
Damn. What's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. Uh, what?
I wonder if you'd be any good for the student council.
What's this? Reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case. Why is she so close?
Giving up just like that, I expected more of you.
Seriously, she's really trying to taunt me into joining the council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my second day. I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. These two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide.
Really, John? You're not just saying that to make us feel better?
Yeah. I'm just not sure that I want to.
Oh,
Oh, I said stop doing that.
okay, John. But we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. So there's still a chance you'd come around. Come on. We could really have fun. We could play more Risk and maybe one day you could beat me. Unless we graduate before that.
That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know.
Waha! Surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we could play a game, you know that? You know that. They give you a handicap.
I might have said that just to make you feel better after all.
Oh, let's go, Lee-chan.
I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I want to go to the library. Oh, wow. Look who finally decided to show up. Huh? How long has this stream been going? Hold on, let me take a look. An hour and 46 minutes. Where the flip were you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Likely story. Anyways, we're playing Katawa Shoujo. It is a romance dating sim. And for some of the decisions, I guess I'll just let you guys deal with it. Since Kyoko's the only one here who's actually gonna respond to me. Since you're literally the only one here. Yep, you close the door, dude. Can you close the door? Yeah, of course it is. Uh, what do you mean? Of course it is, buddy. My cousin is right next to me. To Miss. Oh, hey, hello. I'm doing a stream on YouTube. Because of course it is. Okay, whatever. Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. She said, "What's up, bro?" Cool. She's playing a. She's playing a dating sim on YouTube. Just streaming.
It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shikshan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one you would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to. So who are you after in this romantic dating sim thingy bingy? I don't know, bro. We're only an hour in. I mean, we really don't have any choices. Like we've only talked to like two girls, okay, and a couple guys. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which. Wait, I already read that. Bruh, don't you bruh me, man. We're an hour in, and it is not my fault you didn't join when I started. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. This is like you IRL? What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? It's not open either, though, just barely ajar so that I can see its opening and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. Mostly guys and two girls you've talked to. Okay. Alright. Alright, buddy.
I was not given a choice for this, man. The character chooses all the decisions, and I basically just choose whether I did like 6 decisions this entire gameplay. Okay, mostly guys. Yeah, the guys were like the teacher, the doctor, my dad, and a nurse. All right, the 2 girls were the 2 girls you saw on screen like a few minutes ago. I gingerly push on the center of the doors with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at the moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. They know you're gonna mess up, so they give you less options. Okay. Alright. You know, I really like to see you do this. Alright? Matter of fact, your life is a dating sim. I'd like to see you do. I'd like to see. Actually, I'd like to see how that turns out. I'd like to see how that turns out. So many options for you, huh? The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep. Though, though is much easier to open than I anticipated. No. Okay, that's what I thought. You're not the one playing the dating sim. I am, which kind of makes me weird. But frick you. Uh, leaning over and poking my head over further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible. The meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Yeah, 'cause I have one IRL. Yeah, it's not. Oh God, you have to play a game to have one. Well, yeah, I guess you have one IRL, but you don't even know what you're doing half of the time. Actually, most of the time, you don't even know what you're doing. All right, I don't have to deal with that, so I deal with it in games. All right. Besides, this is good content. You don't even stream yours. That is terrible. That is a terrible argument. You don't stream yours. No, because it's my personal life. Yeah, I get it, man. You're right, bro. And this is a game. So tomato, tomato. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Hello there. May I help you? Wavy-haired girl. That's her name. Suddenly, staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being, separate from the room herself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that int- yeah, intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite of another seat opposite her. The girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements of her head is telling that, and this light cloudiness to her eyes means that she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat to ah, As I take my seat, her composure slightly takes me off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. Your calming atmosphere is so different from the student council office. I take it you're the new student to Yamaku? Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers. Accentuated by the restrained the restrained bow of greeting. Shut up! Don't you dare! I see your word. I see you, Kyoko. Don't you dare! one which I hastened to match before realizing the futility of my action. Kyoko? Don't you dare, Kyoko. I know what you were gonna do. I'm Lily Sato. Like Kazuma Sato?
Pleased to meet you.
Hisao. Hisao Nakai. Also, I didn't choose the name, so whatever. I wasn't even paying attention. My cousin was talking to me about nails. Oh, sweet, bro. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step. I can't. I can't keep step of her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along the shelves. Hold on, I need a break, bro. My tongue has been rambling on like this entire stream. Alright, a brush here, a brush there. Her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup. You know what, never mind. It's one thing to see different disabilities that the students in my class have. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the student in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. So basically, in this game, we have a heart condition. A heart condition where if our heart can beat uncontrollably fast and can be life threatening, it could possibly kill us. Thus, making us go to a different school, a school for disabled kids. So we are now in a school full of people who are mentally disabled, physically disabled, yada yada yada, just disabled in general. Which is a perfect school for a you know who. Shizuna and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer and preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. She reminds me of someone. Which room are you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. School library. Some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi. As most students. To be honest with them, to be with them means you're in class 33, no? That's right. In the scenario room with Muto. In the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before settling down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him, most do. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I'll make you mine. Ooh. You're kind of weird for typing that in my chat. Mods, ban this kid. Oh, wait. You are a mod. Right. No, she does not remind me of Princess Peach. Exactly. Man, shut your goof. Ooh, that's us. As she sits down, as she sets down the tea, I gently take it. And have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Seto. It will taste really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal.
I don't know. She feels like I want to give her that accent, but this guy said that she doesn't have one. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well, I guess I should try to ask her about herself, as it really does seem like it doesn't seem, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself for the fox pass. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. Kyoko? Shut up. My, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Sorry. Sure, sorry. I guess I'm really showing my doing this here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, maybe have come to terms with their conditions. Category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic. I, see, seg you into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school. Of her version of the place behind my school that I'd like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea. Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerism seems to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kinds of clubs are there to join? Hmm. The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunchtimes. The baseball club and the book club in a room near the library. There's also numerous small ones too, such as art and music clubs. At the time when I just wanted to get on my feet and rushing into the this is me. At the time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into clubs right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if the school shares the same rule as my own one. Is it compulsory to join a club? Wow. It isn't, though it is encouraged. What accent are you trying to do? I don't know, like an English woman? Ah, good. That's a relief. I really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. My cousin was mimicking you and did Italian. Lol. Cool. Although I'm not sure how an English woman really sounds like. I'm not sure if that is really good. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctively orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh. The time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right, she's blind. Of course, she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of time. Sorry, son. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. Ugh, okay. I'm seeing the Italian. I quickly moved to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library is still open, isn't it? The sun is setting. Coco, if you don't stop this right now, I'm gonna commit a mass genocide. She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Tuesday when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case. What do I mean? I mean, quit quoting. True, it's open until 6:30 during weekends. A quick glance at my watch confirms. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have enough time to get there. Hmm. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod. Her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you to where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it, all right. Unless my navigational skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's all right. I was going to be talking to the librarian there. In any case, I could introduce you. I haven't eaten this morning, man. I got up. I immediately started streaming. I texted you, and I'm still here. It's just the mucus in my mouth is getting very weird. Okay? I just did a crap ton of talking for the past hour and 40-ish minutes, or however long this live stream has been going on for. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'll be great, thanks. As she stands to follow me, she takes hold of a straight rectangular cane, retractable cane that has been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, whatever. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looking much thinner and longer. His must be for support. Lily's is for navigation. Should have played a grinding game. Shut up. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to a warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is a wooden library counter with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with the distinct smell of old books giving place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here, considering the time. It isn't as big a surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to thin air, since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, following a quiet wail. Oh my. The origin, apparently the librarian quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. Hi, Lily, how can I help you? I don't know. Hi, Lily, how can I help you? How can I help you? Her voice is strained and failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What just happened? What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry. I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me.
She's quick to reverse Lily's apology, almost frantically, trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things have happened. Uh, uh.
The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression. And then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. Listen, I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight, alright? A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit a library perfectly.
Ah, Lily, did you get my message? Message. Message.
Mhm.
Oh, the two important books had arrived. Right. They came. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but
Her amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the subject, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye, freezes on the spot when she does.
oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Esau, a new student. Esau, this is Yuko, the school's librarian.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you.
He's Esau, right? He's Esau. Esau.
Uh,
Pleased to meet you too, Esau.
oh, frick. I keep forgetting how they sound like. For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name of her on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to impart foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Esau a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of objective terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But
So, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work, at least partially, as Zuko seems to. Not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
well, I think they're about a third or a fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille and audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that be here. Ugh.
If it's only that, how come the library?
If it's only that, how come the library is so big in the first place?
Um, well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary. And then I have to organize and show all of them. It's so troublesome, and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job.
Very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, Hugo, I would have those books if it's all right with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb. Reading, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choices in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there is a large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is. A library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily and snuck with us in here. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease just like before. I wish to enter the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discovered a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has has an odd student sitting at the desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping. The back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several bean bags. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who stuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she's acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue, ugh, intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are scarred. Yeah, scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I'm shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hands. Before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for. I'm gonna save it right here. So, what should I choose? I'm sorry I didn't mean to startle you, or hi, I'm new here. He sound like guy. We're in the same class. Um, hmm. Decisions. Hold on, let me put on a poll real quick. I can do that, right? Yeah, let me start a poll. Here we go. I have no clue if you guys can hear that. Okay, we got one vote. Wow, took long enough. So we should go with. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start you yet. Okay, we're going with. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Shoot, how should our voice go? Hmm. It's okay. Ugh, whatever. The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? She seems to be uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit. But finally, she nods just a little. Okay. I take a seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that you're okay. Go. If you're not gonna say something good, you're gonna be in timeout. Bro, oh my god, just watch. She's gonna do the most craziest thing. Hey, it was only 10 seconds. Calm down. Alright? Which is what you really gotta do. Quit putting lyrics in my freaking chat. Alright? I'm looking over here and trying to read these in case you have an actual question for me, and all I see are lyrics for songs. Life of Pi, never heard of it. So, sorry for startling you. I'm Hisao. She looks up from her book. She starts stalling a little before replying.
I we're in this. We are in the same class.
Her speech is stilted and so quiet that it's barely audible, even in the still library. Somehow, I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong.
Hadako. I'm Hadako.
I risked years to say that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really, it's the only thing I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other. Here I am, being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books out. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little, and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and introduction to the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wandering to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and scars it's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same, and only pretending to be immersed in the life of Pi. Her gaze is not okay. Toodaloo Buckaroo is Koshi's intro. I don't know if it is still. It is. But why do you say it? Why did you say it? Are you leaving me? Kyoko? You're like the only person watching this stream, Kyoko. Don't you leave me right now. Kyoko? Okay. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. What the frick? How did we... Oh. She stands up forcibly from the beanbag and takes a deep breath.
I...
I?
I'm going to do I gotta do something!
Okay. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. I've got to go do something. That's what it says. That was weirdly weird. That was... Wow. I'm sorry. I'm looking back at whatever I said. What did I say the first time? What? Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. Also, feel free to clip anything, alright? Because I really... Please, just clip anything at this point. Anything funny, just anything. Because I really need those clips to go viral so I can, get big. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Nico are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you notice a girl run past here?
Maybe. What did she look like?
Long, dark hair, kind of shy. She had, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something.
Oh dear. Would you excuse me? I had better try to find her. Sure, I just hold on to these until you come back.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time.
Right, see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing. I was just looking for some books, and then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I can think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times.
Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She can be very jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking with other people.
Isn't that a bit strange?
I wonder. It's just how she is, I think.
Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just normal around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. But how else should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casual only makes me feel phony. Like like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resisted. I think it's an elephant, only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile. And she blushes heavily. Heavily. Yeah, what? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so you can. Wow. That's me talking. That's my inner thought. Neither of us have anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on this really like doing that. Did you find any? Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. Oh yeah, I want some books. But I left them over there because I'll go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? I surprised myself with that too, honestly, at least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else. I see. But she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding the library books with one arm, I trawl my pocket for the key to open the door. A sudden sound from behind me startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get interlocked. Who is it? I turn around to see who's coming. Oh, it's Kenji. He seems to be in a friendlier mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me. This makes him pause and lick his lips nervously. Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again? His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we've met before. Yesterday. I don't think so. I would remember someone who I met only yesterday. When was that? When was that? What day is it today? I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we met before. You live across the hall, you're Kenji. Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with an uncomprehending fear. How do you know my name? Damn! This can only mean one of two things. Either we have met, and you're telling the truth, or I can't remember it, and I just can't remember it. Or you are a spy! He pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes start around me, trying to peek into my room. Although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to maniac in less than a minute. I'm not a psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger in my face damningly. Unlike you! Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies! If you think you can pass as Hisao because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real slim. Maybe at the distance, but who do you think you are? Who do you think you're kidding? Who do you think you're kidding? Ugh. I want to grab him by the shoulder and shake him. Exasperated, I rub my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. Stay there. Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically, although I doubt he could do damage even if he did. Oh, wait, I see it now. Damn, it really is you. Sighing again, and then once again, for good measure, I step backward, just in case. Hold on, I gotta listen to myself do this. This is gonna be funny as hell. Your voice for Kenji sounds like a gangsta. It really does, yeah. I'm listening to it now. Okay, Kenji's a gangster, guys, confirmed. What's up, man? You're only too good. I think something's wrong. I don't know. Just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually, even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. Kind of. Kind of what? Oh, kind of like a gangster? Yeah. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either. That's rough, dude. Hey, I'm sorry for calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us. You see, this is how it is. This world, there's no justice, you see? Even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face? It's nothing. I just scared some girl off by accidentally, literally, too. She actually ran away from me. Was my fault? Really? I think I'm not really used to all this yet. A girl. A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She had a very nice body. She had a nice body, really beautiful face, beautiful hair. But the face, I guess it could go either way. Ooh. Which one should we choose? I want to do another poll for this. Oh, I didn't end the last poll. Okay. And I started another poll. Should I say she was cute? Or should I say she was not cute? Not okay. What? Oh, you are cruel. You are mean. You're just mean. If this affects the story, I'm killing you. You just watch your back. Alright, not cute. Not exactly cute, no. There are a lot of cute girls here. A strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. How can you tell? You're blind. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you not noticed the number of girls in the school is slightly significant, higher than the average number of boys? It's like 60-40. Hey now. Don't you hey now me. You just told a girl you just told this guy that a girl was not cute. He turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad. But that is a full 20%. One would think the school with such a large pool of women would be a man's dream, but no. What I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I'm not ready. I only get as far as turning the door knob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. In case he was gonna act weird about it, sure, man, sure. This disparity in the number of men who do women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have the superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in an eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers in the past. The buildup of the military has always been the clear sign of intimate war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Soon the day will come, when Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me. Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting it out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So, You're not supposed to just say something like that. Damn! So rude. Eminent, not intimate, buddy. Pretty sure I said imminent. I'm pretty sure I said imminent. Oh, never mind. I did say intimate. My bad. That was very weird and sexual. um, we'll move on. Where was that? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it. Stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets, okay? Graphs are so cool though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I even pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind? Something on your mind, dude? Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in this insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in this insane world. That is my dream. You can't just steal man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. That'd be invalid. That whole last part, and what kind of important? There can only be one. Like in the foreign movie where there can only be one, and in the end where there's only one dude left because that was the point. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and defensively about absolutely nothing before. You can take it. Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of the other dark and complex conspiracies that the school holds as tangled as. Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm going to go to bed now. It's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an apology, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later. He claps me on the back and then he vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. We've been streaming for 2 hours and a half. So 2 hours and around 30 minutes. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks, and it feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, with each person stranger than the last. Yeah, it says there are only 2 people watching, and that's Kyoko and and me. I'm watching. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony! One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off, and the words are left echoing off my empty walls. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. I guess it's not as bad as I expected. Though this place really is more a school and less a hospital, pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. Ice cream and cereal, yummy? Okay, you're going to go on timeout again. I'm joking. Actually, yeah, we're good. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. That concludes our second day here. Okay, so that was a lot. I feel very tired this morning, probably because of yesterday. Okay, we're gonna stop here. That felt like a lot of stuff. We can delete this. We can delete this. These 2 were decision based, so I'm actually gonna keep those. Okay, So we're gonna stop here, guys. Wow, almost 3 hours of this insane clip. Almost three, not really almost 3 hours. 2 hours and a half of me just playing Katawa Shoujo, a romance dating sim relation game. Um, I will stream right after this, just playing a different game. But yeah, as of right now, this stream is done. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodly buckers, and I'll see you in the next one. There we go.